Hi, this is Matthew Cratter from Trader University, and today I want to talk about my 5 favorite stocks that one can hold forever. If you're interested in value investing, long-term investing, Warren Buffett, anything like that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, this is to answer a reader question. If I could only hold 5 stocks and hold them forever and pass them on to my children, what 5 stocks would they be? And I think it's a great question. Now, to answer this, I'm going to use 2 major principles. The first one is the idea of an investment moat, or a company moat. Warren Buffett says in this quote, I don't know if you can read it, it's a little blurry, but a good business is like a strong castle with a deep moat around it. I want sharks in the moat. I want it untouchable. So the idea of a business moat is that you have something that protects the business from competition and allows it to continue to earn very high returns on capital. So that's the first principle that's going to be behind these 5 picks. The second principle is the Lindy Effect, which is simply that the longer a company has been around, the longer it is likely to be around. So all these 5 picks have been around, all of them for at least 20 years, in some cases many more years than that. So let's start with Disney. I actually just got back from Disneyland. I took the kids there. Disney is one of those companies that just seems to always be able to reinvent itself and stay relevant, both with kids and with adults. And I was surprised at Disneyland how many couples I saw there, even checking into the hotel without kids who were interested in going to the theme park. They have a new ride there, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, amazing ride, and they just seem to keep pushing the envelope with new technology, etc. Also really like their streaming service that they're entering this. And Disney, as a parent of 3 kids, I've always thought of it as sort of a tax that you have to pay, especially if you have, especially when your kids are small. You're going to have to somehow, you're always going to have to pay Disney a check or a toll, if you want to think of it as like a toll road, whether you make the mandatory trip to Disneyland or you go to the movies. And it's quite amazing which companies Disney owns. ABC, ESPN, Touchstone Pictures, obviously they bought the Lucas franchise, Lucasfilm, Marvel, etc., etc. The list really goes on. So Disney would be the first pick. Next one is Amazon. I like this quote from John Malone where he compares Amazon to a Death Star that can just basically move into any industry and destroy the competition. They obviously did it first with bookstores. It looks like they're now doing it with shipping, with FedEx, doing it with grocery stores with their acquisition of Whole Foods. Amazon, unless the government steps in, Amazon is basically unstoppable, and they can continue to move to new verticals. So that would be my second pick, Amazon. And here's an interesting fact before we leave Amazon. This is from Scott Galloway's website. He points out that if you apply Salesforce's multiple to Amazon Web Services, AWS, it is just that AWS business, just that cloud business is worth more, has a higher market cap than Amazon itself right now. And in an era where there's just no antitrust action and these monopolies are allowed to continually expand, Amazon is definitely a good pick. Next would be, and I should point out obviously that Berkshire Hathaway owns Amazon. They bought it a little bit late, but obviously Buffett thinks that this is a company with a moat. Obviously, Apple is another Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett holding. This is another one that I would hold forever, simply because Apple, they've really transitioned their revenue stream away from iPhones, and they now have all these different services. And it really is a company that kids love all the way up to older people. And so very few companies really appeal to that whole range. Though I would say, possibly Disney is another one. So that would be the third one would be Apple. Next up, McDonald's. McDonald's, another company like Disney that you're just amazed how they can continually reinvent themselves. They've been doing extremely well lately with all the delivery services. They've even patented or registered the term McDelivery, but obviously you can order McDonald's through Uber Eats or through Grubhub or any of the other services. And it turns out that these delivery orders, the ticket size is much higher than when people go into the restaurant. So this is this is definitely helping them. And you could see a certain point where McDonald's basically becomes a completely online company, and they just deliver directly to your home, and they don't even need to have their restaurants. But they certainly have a nice moat, given where all their restaurants are. Just amazing real estate locations all around the world. And they keep innovating. All day breakfast, their coffee. I'm not a big fan of eating here, but I think it's a great stock to hold for the long term. So that would be the fourth one, McDonald's. And finally, I want to finish up with Nike. And Nike has just had a lot of success with their direct-to-consumer initiatives and their stores. And this is another company that has really continued to push the envelope. And you can imagine if they just stuck with selling sports shoes or tennis shoes, they would probably be a little bit, they wouldn't be where they are today. They're constantly pushing the envelope, and they're doing quite well with their Nike stores, just like Apple, kind of following the Apple store model. So those would be the 5 stocks that I would hold forever if I was forced to hold them forever. And all these, again, have in common the Lindy Effect. They have very good investment moats as well. If you've listened this far, you may be interested in checking out some of my online courses, particularly financial statement analysis. This is a really good one if you're a value investor or interested in learning to analyze companies the way Warren Buffett does. Also learn to trade stocks like a pro. And if you just click on the description notes below, click the link, it'll take you to this page, and you can click Get It Now. And I'm going to offer a special coupon code today, which is YT99. Normally, access to these courses, and you get access to all the courses. They're about 10 or 12 courses. Now, normally it's $125 tuition for 30 days access, but with this coupon code YT99, if you just click update here, that will lower the 30-day cost to just $99. They're no long-term contracts. You can watch all the courses within the first 30 days, cancel at any time, and you won't be billed again. So definitely check that out if you're interested in my teaching style and you want to learn more about how I analyze companies and also how I trade options, futures, and momentum stocks and more aggressive strategies. I'd be interested in what stocks you guys are interested in that you think you can hold forever. Drop them in the comment sections below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and like button if you haven't done already, and I'll see you in the next video.